So, I just had a traumatic experience, and it makes me wonder why are non vegans and anti vegans such absolute fucking cunts? They're such fucking pricks. Absolute dickheads. So, I was on the way home from work, and I ride the cab, and the cab driver that I ride with, she's kind of a twat. I had discussions with her about veganism, and she just acts like a fucking spoiled little fucking 3-year-old about shit a lot of times. And I've gotten to the point where I just don't even have conversations with her because I've determined she's not intellectually capable enough or honest enough with herself to fucking engage in a productive conversation, and it turns into a big arguing contest, and I just end up not saying anything anymore because she's just a fucking. She's one of those people that you just realize you're wasting your fucking breath with. She's too selfish and too full of her own shit to actually give a fuck about others besides herself. But she's got strong opinions on everything else. Well, on the way home from work tonight, she hit a fucking deer. Like, two ran out in front of the vehicle, and where I live, that's normal. But she slowed down a little bit, and two ran in front. And then another one came out of nowhere, and she slammed into that one. And besides just the callous disregard of the deer twitching, and that's the shit that sticks in my mind. That it's there, and I can't get that shit out of my head. I've been in vehicles and I've driven vehicles where we've hit other animals and it's traumatizing, but never a deer. And it's just the loss of someone's life, and they act like the vehicle. Oh no, is the vehicle okay? Well, the individuals over there laying on the road, twitching and dying and probably suffering horribly. And I understand this is something that happens with cities and roadways and whatnot, part of human civilization. But it's traumatizing nonetheless. And I'm sitting there holding it back, and they're just making jokes, acting like it's no big deal, yada yada yada. And I'm sitting there just trying to contain my shit because I'm angry and I'm upset and I'm traumatized and whatnot. Anyway, the the other person that's in the cab with us, he's a drunk asshole, just making jokes about stuff. Neither one of them are acting like it's a big deal. She's a little upset because she did it, but not like I am. And he, on the way home, at one point makes a comment about, oh, we're going to go over there and pick up that deer off the road and we're going to get it because it's good eatings. And I'm just sitting there and I say it, I'm like, that's a little creepy. And she starts getting on to me for even saying something about that. I was like, it'd be like if you ran over a human being and you turn around and go, let's go pick him up. That's good eatings. And she's like, I apologize. She's apologizing to him for me for making my comment. And she's like, just don't mind him. He's vegan. He's vocal about it. And I was like, I've not begun to be vocal about it. I was like, I'm sitting over here traumatized. I'm upset. And I'm holding back my rage and my anger and my being traumatized. I have not begun to be vocal about it. And she's like, well, I don't like the fact that you're vegan, but I put up with it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you don't like the fact that I'm vegan. It's not about me. And she's like, she just goes off on it, and I'm sitting here traumatized, and she's basically telling me that I should be ashamed or be embarrassed or be apologetic for speaking up because somebody just lost their fucking life. And I'm doing everything to hold it together. I'm not going to get that fucking image out of my head. And just the callous disregard with these assholes. They just act like it's no big deal. Yeah, I know this shit fucking happens. I understand it does. But it doesn't make it any less traumatic. And she's like, you've never been in a vehicle that hit a deer? I was like, not a deer. I've been in vehicles that have hit other animals, and I've driven vehicles and hit animals, and it's traumatizing. But never a deer. And still somebody lost their life. It's traumatizing. But these motherfuckers, man, these goddamn fucking non-vegans, and their callous disregard for somebody's life. I know shit happens, but can you at least show a little bit of fucking like remorse for you just hit somebody, and then somebody who's visibly upset by it, that's holding back, that isn't saying everything that's on their mind, because I'm sitting there reflecting on this horrible situation that has happened, and you're sitting there trying to chastise me for even saying anything when somebody makes a comment like that. Man, fuck these goddamn non-vegans, man. They're just fucking douchebags. Especially people like her. She's just a fucking cunt. Just a fucking cunt. But, man, that shit isn't never not traumatizing. When you see somebody just slam into a vehicle and you see the look on their face and they roll up on the hood and then they're laying there on the ground rolling, they skid across the pavement, rolling around for like several rotations and they're just twitching their back leg. And nobody even checks on them. I thought about it, but I didn't want to see, I already knew what happened. I didn't want to traumatize myself even more. And you're sitting there fucking telling me that I need to keep my comments to myself because you don't like the fact that I'm fucking vegan. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, you carnage piece of shit. I told her I was just pointing out the cognitive dissonance between what people have when it comes to non-human animals and human animals. And the fact that we treat it like it's no big deal when you hit a deer or you hit an animal. Even if you think it's a big deal, you just pass it off because humans and non-humans have different social dynamics, different social standings, whatever. I'm having a hard time focusing my words because I'm pissed off and that was a traumatic experience and whatnot. But yeah, these fucking assholes, man. I just had to get on here and blow off some fucking steam and then say something. And my thoughts are all over the place. I'm surprised I'm even able to coherently say what I'm saying right now. Just the different emotions. People, man, they just... Anyway, guys, I just had to rant a little bit, get some anger and some aggression out, and get some frustration, some sadness. And when are people gonna fucking start thinking about these as individuals? And who gives a fuck about your van? The van is a van. It can be fucking replaced. That was somebody's life, and you're just acting like it's no big deal because it fucking happens. Yeah, I know it fucking happens. That doesn't make it not any less of a big fucking deal. And then I'm over here fucking like trying to hold back my emotions, and you're gonna fucking sit there and criticize me because on some level you probably do feel guilty that you did, even though it was an accident. I understand it's an accident, but don't lash out at me because you hate me being vegan because I said one thing because some dude made some creepy comment about how he was gonna eat somebody's body because them's good eatins. Like, you wouldn't do that with a fucking human being. You wouldn't pull her on the side of the road and go, oh yeah, we just hit a human being. Let's me and my buddy go back and get them, scrape them off the side of the highway and eat their corpse. That's good eatins. I make one little tiny comment and you chastise me and apologize for me and fuck you. I don't need you to apologize on my behalf. I don't give a fuck if you don't like the fact that I'm vegan, because it's not about me. That has nothing to do with this. I just saw somebody get fucking killed. And you're fucking trying to tell me that I should feel like it's no big deal or that I need to keep my fucking mouth shut when I'm fucking upset because it was traumatic for me. I don't know about you. You fucking stuff animals in your face and you treat other animals like they're objects, so I know for you, it's whatever. Fucking carnage motherfuckers. Anyway, guys, thanks for letting me rant. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, but I'm fucked in the head right now. Rest in peace to that poor deer that lost their life because somebody was driving down the road. Should have come to a stop. Slowing down is not enough. Anyway. Laters, guys.